yet you refuse to see. Oh, Tahirih, shadows of darkness could hide you. Oh, Tahirih, wasn't it time you were gone? Think what you still could do. Oh, Tahirih, start somewhere else anew. Oh, Tahirih, and yet you choose to stay so near. How can you kneel to pray without fear? My time has come, the end is near, but the winds of change have begun. A new song will soon be sung. It's rising now, its truth will grow, ringing out loud and clear when I'm no longer here. So listen, listen, for even now it beckons. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. Too late. Someone's coming. Too late.
It looks like a lament before the event. But don't count your chickens too soon. There's many a slip between cup and lip. All by the light of the silvery moon. She could still change her mind, leave all this idealism behind. But I must agree her fate seems to be sealed. I guess you'd like to see how all this came to be. Stick around and all will be revealed. Won't you, ladies? Stick around and all will be revealed. Just stick around and all will be revealed. Stick around and all will be. Our story starts in Persia, the 1800s, about 16 years before.
I have a girl child. Her love of knowledge is astounding. I have a girl child. Her thirst for wisdom never ends. If only she had been my son. Think of all the things she could have done. I taught her daily. The lessons grew till she exhausted me. I found a tutor. He teaches well, but he's exhausted too. If only she had been my son. Think of all the things she could have done. And when she sits exams of men, all her answers are so brilliantly clear. I must confess at times her inner sight frightens me. But degrees she cannot get, although she's earned them also easily. For we must acknowledge, in the end, she is just a girl, most unusual for her kind. Her brilliant gift seems such a waste to me. For just a girl child, she'll always be.
Father, I have found some new books.
In your hands they won't be new for long.
I've read them deeply already.
Ah, then they are already as drained as I. Come, let me see. Where did you get these?
From my cousin's library.
Take them back.
But I have found many meanings in their
Those
writings.
are the works of the modern, progressive thinkers. They are wrong.
But what they say is consistent with
They
the
challenge what we know to be true. How can they be consistent?
I have read them carefully and they
If you
can't-
seek enlightenment, read my books and your uncle's. Seek guidance from his son, your husband. He is not blinded by these. Tahirih, have I taught you nothing? That you could even consider the radical ideas of these heretics is an insult to me, your father. They are wrong.
When will we fly? Ride on the wind. Feel the rush of air upon our face. Look back on years. Chained to the ground. Seems we've been too long in that same place. We could fly so beautiful and free, soaring high where hopes abound. We could fly so beautiful and free, and yet we'd stay upon the ground. When will we fly? When will we fly?
When I first beheld her unveiled face, her beauty took my breath away, and I was lost for words to say to this new bride so welcome in my home. And at first her ways I didn't mind, speaking out in the presence of men, wasting time to read again books that should concern just men alone. For in time I'm sure she'll see the way that things are meant to be. In time she'll learn to change and not behave so strange. From her wayward path she will return, and of a proper place I'm sure she'll learn.
We have the power. We have the power to embrace the sky. Time is coming
how the years have quickly flown, how my 2 young sons have grown. But for all this time, some things remain. For I still can't make her see where she's meant to be. In so many things she's wrong, and yet she stands so strong. She chose her part, and on it she will fall. For in all this time, she hasn't learnt at all.
I would like to spend a few moments on these new ideas of the so-called progressive thinkers. I have no wish to waste more time than that. They assert that men and women are equal. But women have no souls. How can creatures with no souls be the equals of men?
I seek permission to go on a pilgrimage.
A pilgrimage? Where to?
Kabila.
Tahirih. It is a long way. Who with?
My sister.
Does your husband know of this?
I felt it best if you were to discuss it with him. And my uncle, of course.
All right. Yes, I will do it soon.
I suspect your motives.
Surely it can do no harm. The ancient shrines at Kabila have been an inspiration to many. We could cure her of all these foolish ideas and bring her back to the true path.
That would be a blessing.
And we are agreed? You will use your time well?
I will.
Then yes, you
Oh,
will.
thank you, Father.
Now by some strange coincidence, in Kabila down another street lived a radical writer that Tahirih longed to meet. So, if it was a pilgrimage of sorts, but not to a sacred shrine, oh no, it's hard to say Tahirih did not arrive in time. Would you know it? He had died just 10 days before. But he had left unpublished writings by the score and an ocean of instructions. The lessons had begun, and Tahirih sensed in her heart of hearts that her promised one had come.
Please, listen carefully. When you find him, I want you to give him this letter and tell him of my devotion. But how will I know him? You will know him. You will know when you know. Why don't you go yourself? I need to be here. Tomorrow, I begin to teach. I'm sure the women will like that. And the men. Men! Good luck.
And when at last, in gentle sleep, she left her cares behind, a gentle dream did softly creep and slipped into her mind.
Though he was standing in the air, it didn't seem that strange at all. And when he knelt in prayer, it didn't seem as he could fall. And then his words embraced my soul. Beauty At last when I searched my heart with anxious care, although the dream had slipped away, it had left behind a prayer. Let me be in the presence of your grace constantly. Let me wait for the promised times of change patiently. Let me find in the words that fill my heart strength to see.
School time! A woman's voice outside her quarters, well, was unheard of, that's for certain. So, to dull the shock, a compromise. Tahirih spoke from behind a curtain.
The world of humanity has two wings. One is man, and the other woman. Not until both wings are equally developed can the bird fly. Fly with me across the sea to places yet unsung. Mark, you listen well, it could last forever. Where breezes blow and flowers grow beneath the gentle sun, and Mother Nature spreads her love around. Mother Nature spreads her love. We must remove the veil of superstition and fear. We must remove the veil and find a truth we can share, where perfect harmony abounds and spirits rise again, where souls can find a restful place and search no more in vain. We must remove the veil of superstition and fear. We must remove the veil and find a truth we can share, where perfect harmony abounds and spirits rise again, where souls can find a restful place and search no more in vain.
Tahirih! You were right. As soon as I knew, I knew. And he has made you a disciple. This book he has just written is a gift for you. It is full of new teachings and the most beautiful prayers. May I read one for you? Of course.
Let me be in the presence of your grace constantly. Let me wait for the promised times of change patiently. Let me find in the words that fill my heart strength to see. Tell me, how can this be? These words you know, and yet you've never seen or even heard. time is here, the time to be celebrate. When you know in your heart, the time is here, the time to be.
I shall be the first to follow these new teachings and give my life for my sisters.
The people are fools. Fools so easily led. Led. If she told them they didn't know well, they'd all go to bed. They need to be helped. Helped? To see through her lies. An official complaint at the stage should open their eyes.
How strange that with no smile to reassure me, no eyes to catch me if I drift away, no gentle touch when I'm unsure. There's none of this, there's none of this.
With words alone, she takes my hand and leads me down streams of crystal launching so clear to waterfalls that dance in delight of a new truth, a new truth.
Well, we have a lot to do. She'll have to wait.
Why pass up the chance to prove her wrong? You could have a ball.
Because, you fool, she could make idiots of us all. She has a way with words.
With words alone takes me far.
It has been decreed that the radical and inflammatory teachings of the woman called Tahirih can be tolerated no longer. She is to leave our city immediately by order of the government.
She brings me joy. Although I cannot see your face, although I cannot see your face, I am Get out! Get out!
Despite official opposition, things didn't get much better. And so, to rid themselves of this wayward daughter, they sent her father a letter. Now she had plans to see the Shah, hoping he would learn. The thoughts of home somehow grew strong. She knew she must return.
It has been 3 years since you left on your so-called pilgrimage. And what have you done in all this time? You have corrupted the minds of many with your eloquence and your poetry. Extolling the virtues of a young lad you have never met, a young lad who claims to be the promised one. You have been arrested, imprisoned, released, and then expelled from Baghdad by order of the Sultan himself. You have disgraced yourself and brought shame to our family. Tahirih, with all your perception, how can you be so misguided?
You acknowledge my perception, and yet deny what I perceive. My heart, my soul, my reason tells me that this is where the truth lies. My knowledge is but a drop in the ocean compared to his. I promise...
Enough! There is no need to listen to this blasphemy. You will return to your husband at once. And you will talk no more of this.
My woman quarters await you.
Between us there can be nothing.
How dare you deny your husband? You deny your
Uncle, I see your mouth filled with blood.
When the signs of the promised one appear, the heretic will also appear. And the words of the heretic will be the words of a woman's religion. Now such a woman and her religion have appeared.
Early morning, alone in the mosque, the uncle knelt in prayer. But he wasn't quite alone.
Father! My father has been murdered in the mosque. Stabbed through the mouth. I see your mouth filled with blood. That is what she said. How could she have known this was to happen unless she is the instigator? As guilty as if it were her own hand, I shall be avenged!
I do not agree with everything that you say and do, but you are no murderer, and you are still my daughter. Yet now I must lock you up in your own hole for your own safety.
Open up! Open up! Tahirih must come with us for questioning. We have the documents for her arrest.
I will not let her go.
We will take her by force if necessary.
This is my home. You will not come in here.
There is nothing to be gained in resisting. Let me go. Peacefully. I beg you. No harm will come to me.
I will go with her.
All right. All right!
Can you hear the crackle of the fire? The irons glow red now. Can you hear them as they boil drops of water in an instant? Think of what they'll do to your flesh. Confess, Tahirih, if not for yourself, then for your sister. For she will be the first to taste its kiss.
Stop! Wait! The murderer has been found.
Impossible. You're lying.
No, he confessed and told us where the stiletto was hidden. Under the bridge near the mosque. It has been recovered.
Why would he confess?
We had heard that innocent people had been arrested.
Release them.
And so, Tahirih was to be released, to be confined in her father's home. And there she stayed, protected, until she left at night, alone. Acting on a secret note, she joined a gathering, a conference to discuss the changes that the new teachings would bring. Traditions denied, laws rejected, oh, it was heavy stuff. But this time, for Tahirih, words were not enough.
How strong can they grow? If we're to capture their hearts, surely there's only one way. Change is best done gradually. How strong can they grow? We must tread so ride on the wind. Feel the rush of air upon our face. Look back on years.
Look back on you.
Chained to the ground.
Chained to the ground.
Seems we've been too long in that same place. We could fly so beautiful and free, soaring high where hopes abound. We could fly so beautiful and free, and yet we stay upon the ground. When will we fly? When will we fly?
The bird of humanity still hobbles along. Heavily leaning, it wonders what's wrong. Cursing its plight, it blames all kinds of things. If only it checked on the shape of its wings. Because aerodynamically we're in the poo. And one wing's developed and the other's overdue for an overhaul. It just won't work at all, and you can leap all about. But aviation is out. No flying today, ladies. Aerodynamically we're in the poo. If one wing is bragging and the other's lagging, just a little behind. Treat it as a lesser kind. Oh, not a lot you can do. Because aerodynamically, sing it for the ladies. Aerodynamically, drill it on. Aerodynamically, we're in the... The Shah is dead. This is a disturbing and unsettled time. Not a good time to stand out. Not a good time to challenge traditions, and not a good time to follow radical new teachings. The followers were ensnared at Fort Tubbacy, a stronghold which could withstand any attack, but from which there was no escape. Tahirih wanted to join them, disguised as a man, but war didn't belong to the new teachings, no, especially for a woman. Little food, little water, with lots of resolve. It astounded me.
It's amazing just how wrong people can be. But there's none so blind as those who will not see. Misguided fools. They think their cause is just, but they force our hands, and we do what we must.
Promise of freedom and safe journey to our homes if we surrender. They swear by the holy book that this is their true purpose. It's written on a leaf of a sacred Quran. We shall give them the chance to prove their sincerity.
Let me be in the presence of
confined to the mayor's house. But this didn't stop her teaching, or her defiance. Now, if you stand out in a crowd,
Stand out in crowd,
cause a bit of a commotion,
a bit of a commotion,
do what's not allowed,
do what's not
and
allowed,
what may,
come on, babe.
well, in no time at all you'll be, yeah, a new celebrity. Well, and such a rising star was Tahirih. Yeah, such a rising star was Tahirih. If you're held in high esteem
Held in high esteem,
by a woman in high places,
woman in high places,
besieged by loyal fans,
streets by no face,
fervently,
fervently,
before you know quite where you are, an invitation from the Shah to satisfy his curiosity, to satisfy his curiosity. Oh, by the way, no woman remained veiled in the presence of the Shah.
Your Imperial Majesty, you wish to see the woman Tahirih again.
Your promised one is dead now. It's over. If you deny these new teachings and return to the true faith, I will make you guardian of the ladies of my household. I will make you my bride.
kingdom, wealth, and power, they lie with you. But these things are not for me. If your way is good, then let it be for you. If my way seems bad, it's what I am and what must be.
She has refused the Shah!
Let her be.
Praised by the martyrdom of their beloved promised one, some foolish and ignorant followers have tried to kill the Shah. They'll bottom shot, though. The rifles be useless. The Shah is unharmed. But the damage has been done. And now all the followers must pay the price.
Oh, Tahirih, woman of wisdom and beauty. Oh, Tahirih, when will this foolishness end? What can you hope to do? Oh, Tahirih, how can you see it through? Oh, Tahirih, some things will always be, yet you refuse to see.
You must be transferred to another house. Come with me now.
Oh, Tahirih, shadows of
How did it happen?
She stood so radiant and joyful, it seemed to scare them. She was dressed in the most beautiful gown. At first, no one could do it. Then, in desperation, they found an evil and wretched man who had been recently dismissed. They filled him with drink and asked if he was brave enough to kill a bad woman. In return, he would be reinstated. He went to the garden and found your daughter. He told her to remove her veil. She refused. He then strangled her. She was thrown down a well. Rocks and stones were piled on her broken body. She died most bravely.
I had a girl child. The path she found took her so far from me. I had a girl child. The truth she found, I cannot see. Tahirih. I could be wrong. I say these words. You are gone.